Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Lisa with Lisa's Faith and Budget Planning channel. I'm excited to be here today. I'm excited to be here with you getting into my sinking funds for the month of February. So if you're not familiar with sinking funds and you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Sinking funds is simply put cash that's put aside a little bit every month for a goal, like a bill that comes up once a year or quarterly, or something that happens annually, like a birthday or Christmas or holiday, things like that. So that's what I have here. The first few you're going to see are things that we pay for either for hobbies or for necessities that are subscriptions, essentially. And then we're going to work into home, like home maintenance and things like that, and then to the car, and then like holidays and things that we feel are important to take care of. So let's go ahead and get started and putting the beginning numbers down. Now these are the end numbers for the month of January going into February. So I always start the new month with what we closed out our budget in the previous month. So the first thing I have here is Amazon Prime. We ended that month at $50.24. The Amazon Prime here that I have is the annual subscription. I just decided to pay it annually. It's a few dollars less than doing it monthly, and it's one less bill I have to pay every month. It's just something I pay once in the year, and then that's it. So I just move the money into a savings account. It's a money market savings account, so it gets a little extra dividends and stuff like that. But you can put it in a checking account, savings account, however you want to do it. Just make sure, or use cash and cash envelopes. Those are always a big hit for a lot of people that need that visual as far as, you know, their sinking funds and their bills and stuff like that. Using cash is definitely a good way of doing it. I just prefer to put it electronically into an account and then only move the money when I need to from that savings account to pay whatever I need for that time period. So Apple 365, this is to pay for my Excel, Word, PowerPoint, the whole package. I think it's 5 programs or something like that. I don't use all 5, but there's 5 programs there. And I put away $6.19 a month. Xander Identity Theft, that is I have $37. Forgot I was doing the beginning balance. The $6.19, that just tells me, even though that's what I do a month, that just tells me last month I paid the bill and then I'm starting again. So my sinking funds are perpetual. I always fund the same amount all the time, and then when they hit, I just pull the money and I put in only the minimum I need every month. The amount I move over, the total deposit I move over to the savings account, is a large number, but it sustains all of these categories that I have listed here. So the next thing I have is Norton, and that is my husband's. That also was paid last month, and this will be the first month we're putting the minimum down, but I did have some change left over. I'm just going to leave it in there, 71 cents. It's hard to make it an even number when the bill's not that even, so I had 71 cents left over. Canva, I use that for my thumbnails, and we pay $120 a year. So I have $90, and in April this will come due, and I will pay that. All these go to the credit card or come directly out of our checking account. So that's where I'm moving the money to. Epidemic Sound, I have $36. That's the music you hear. And then DoorDash. So I did something this year I don't normally do, but I paid for this year, and I am putting enough aside to build up by the end of this year for next year. So at the end of December, I decided to do the annual DoorDash because we use DoorDash frequently enough to deliver where we're at. We're on the edge of rural area, so it's about 4 or 5 miles. It's not very far to the delivery places that we get food delivered from, but they don't. The best way to get those deliveries is through an app like DoorDash. A lot of them don't have their own delivery. They have their own takeout and stuff, but not delivery. So I'm negative $80 right here because basically I borrowed from the total of all these deposits. $96 to pay for this year's DoorDash, and then I'm saving up another 96. So it'll go in the positive, I think about June, July time period. Whenever 6 months is, it'll be positive, and then by the end of the year I'll have exactly what I need, and then next year I will lower the amount to what I need just for that year. So right now I'm negative 80 just because I borrowed the money from the account. And that way I don't have to have interest on a credit card or anything. It's all paid in cash, and this account can cover that until we get back in the positive numbers. Home maintenance. So now we're going into our home stuff. I do put money aside for that. We did spend a little bit of it last month to go towards a cell phone. I know a home cell phone may not make sense, but my cell phone number to my phone, which was glitching really bad and I was having problems with, and decided to upgrade after 5 years, we consider our home phone number. So for my husband and my sons, anytime they put the home phone number down when they're filling out documents, my number is that home number. And so I was like, I'll just take it out of home maintenance. $44.20 is left, and then I put $50 a month there. You'll see that in a minute. Orkin should be coming this month. I have $94, and they come quarterly to spray and make sure the bugs stay out of the house. Though with as cold as January was, and negative degrees and single digits, I don't think there's too many bugs around to worry about. But I'm still going to have them come spray, because as it warms up, they'll probably want to move in and things like that, and I just don't want them in the house. Propane, we do put we have $60 left. We fill up like in November for our fireplace, a propane tank, and then it lasts us throughout the winter. Though January, it's not lasting us. We use it quite a bit. Trash, we are sitting at 0 because I paid it last month in full. We didn't have anything left in that line item, and then I'll be putting more money in today, or I'll be writing out the deposit for today. Car maintenance, you always want to put money away for car maintenance, oil changes, future tires, batteries, whatever regular maintenance you need for your vehicles. Car taxes and tags, we have $168.78. So what I do with this is I take what we paid last year and divide that by 12, and then give myself a number, and then I slowly redeposit all that amount back into this account. And when the bill comes due, I should have enough. It shouldn't go up. It does go down the older your vehicle gets. Though recently somebody said that theirs went up like $30, and they were in California. So I thought that was kind of strange, and they couldn't figure it out either. So we'll see. Tax prep. So are we prepared for our taxes? I do know that I have a W-2 in the mail today that's coming. I gotta check the mailbox, and some other tax paperwork I've got from our mortgage and all the things. So we're going to go through that tax prep. And right now I'm sitting at $200. I paid $224 last year, I think, or $25. So we're getting close to tax season. I usually do mine in March, and hopefully I have everything ready by then. Birthday and Christmas, I always put $100 a month away for that, and that's $200 we have right now. Escrow is $0, and we're going to start this one. This is a new line item. So I noticed the email saying they're preparing the new escrow with the property, reassessing the property values, and that will be coming soon, probably in March. Maybe the end of this month I'll know. I don't know yet. And whatever it is, this year I'll probably either roll into the mortgage or pay cash for it. And I haven't decided how that's going to work until it happens. But I do want to get ahead of next year, and if I can afford to, and I may not be able to afford to this year, is to contribute money to escrow line item, or at least this month, because of the cold and the electric bill of last month. So we have to wait and see. And then dividends, we're starting out at $14.30. Not a lot here. So if we total all this up, I have the number off camera, so I'm just going to write this down. $1,021.42 is what all of this totals to, and that is what we're working with for our setup. Now that we have this set up, we need to put the deposit. I need to know how much to deposit. If you saw my monthly budget or my paycheck one budget, you saw, not my paycheck one, just my monthly budget. Because I actually transfer the funds in paycheck 2 time period for my sinking funds. But if you saw my monthly budget, you saw the exact total that we'll be transferring over. So I already have that done and figured out. The only thing I know this month that's going to come due is the Orkin. So we'll figure that out as time goes. But right now I'm going to go ahead and put how much we need for each line item. Amazon Prime, that's being funded at $12.56. $6.19 for my Apple subscription. And then Xander Identity Theft, that is $12 a month. And then Norton, this time we're putting $4.59. And then next month we will be doing something different. So $4.59 plus the 71 cents. This is normally what we're going to be putting in for Norton for every month. I think that's right. And then Canva, I do $10 a month for. And then Epidemic Sound, that is $12 a month. DoorDash, I'm doing $16. Next year I'll be doing $8. Since I borrowed from this, I have to repay that back, but that's why it's $16. Home maintenance is $50. Orkin is this time, I think if the price doesn't change, all I need is $45.99. And if I have to, I can take it out of the buffer of the checking account if that fluctuates a little bit differently, and then I'll adjust for the new number if there is a new number going forward. Propane is $20 a month. Trash is $30. Car maintenance is $50. Taxes and tags is $20. Tax prep is $20. Let's see, birthday and Christmas is $100. And I'm hoping to keep this $100. If I don't, I will put 0 here. I have an erasable pen. I can change the numbers. But I'm hoping to put $100 aside for escrow for next year. Not sure how I'm going to do it this year, but I know I want to kind of stay on top of that going forward. And then $0.00 here for dividends right now. Because, wait a minute, why did I put $0? Oh, it's because it's in my notes. Never mind. If I don't put something down, I kind of get lost. I don't know what the dividends are right now. So I'm going to write on a sticky note the amount that I'm actually transferring to the sinking funds. And that is different from the dividend part. So when there's dividends added, the bank adds that money. So last month I didn't have any that came in. This month, I don't know if we're going to have any just yet because we haven't quite got there yet. And it hasn't come up yet. But once they do, I'll put them in later and then put the total. But I'm going to put a sticky note here that tells me exactly how much I need to transfer from my checking to my savings. And I know this is bright yellow. But I'm going to put that sticky note there. I would love to get some small ones like this that are sticky notes that are pastel color, but I don't have any more. But that's okay. All right, so let's go through and total up the whole deposit for all of these transactions, and then we will write that number here on the sticky note. And it should match what I already have in the monthly budget. So let's go ahead and do this. All right, so that's $509.33, and that's what I have in my monthly budget. And if I have dividends, I will put it here later and then total it together later. But this is the amount I have to transfer from checking to the savings account in order to cover all of these deposits. That is very distracting. That's so bright. I'm gonna have to find something else. But that's okay. You saw the number, you know what it is. So that is my sinking funds part, and we're going to move on to the high yield savings tracker. So I only have a couple things in here. I have the $24,000 that we put aside for our emergency fund. That equals about 9 months of my husband's salary currently right now. And that's enough to kind of get us through several months, especially if, heaven forbid, he lost his job or he couldn't do his job, which we pray that doesn't happen. This will cover that part of the income. The other income would come in regardless if he's working or not. So 2024 taxes. So we did transfer from a traditional Roth to pre-tax to a Roth post-tax, and we're going to have to pay taxes on this thousands of dollars that we transferred over. So we moved 9,000 of it and put it in a line item here for taxes. So when we do our taxes this year with our tax preparer, we will have the money we need to, because we did a Roth conversion is what we did. And so we'll have enough money to hopefully cover it all and pay those taxes when the time comes. This way, when we withdraw from our Roths going later in life, we don't have to pay taxes on them. We're paying today's taxes instead of future taxes on it. And then any interest that is earned in the high yield savings tracker or high yield savings account, I had the number and I lost it. Hold on one second. So we're starting the month of February with $959.19 as the interest that's earned on the high yield savings account. Sorry about the glare. I can't remember when we started the account, but it was last summer. It's not even been a year yet, and we're almost $1,000 in. So I think we're averaging a little over $100 a month going into this account from the high yield savings, and building up this interest that is in there, and that looks really good to me. And I'm glad we did it, and it's a great way to get things started. We are planning in the future, I think this summer, do a brokerage account. We're just going to start small and just put like a little bit of a deposit, $20 a month or whatever, into it as my husband's pay increases a little bit, I think this summer or late summer. And so that'll be changing in the future, so look for that. But right now, this is where everything is sitting at. So let's go ahead and total these numbers up. All right, so in this account right here is $33,959.19. And that is a pretty sizable number. That's pretty good for emergency and taxes that we know are coming up, and the interest that's being earned on it. So I am happy with that. And sinking funds are all set. If we can do the escrow here, that would be really good. If not, we might have to use this $100 to pay for the electric bill, because we use the electric heat so much this winter. But that is what I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing and blessed day. Bye.
You make me nervous. I think I might be hooked on you. I love the things you said to me. It seems like